Welcome to the Pool Remodel Pros podcast. I'm your host, James Cawthorn. In this podcast, we discuss everything related to the pool remodeling. Today, we have two guests joining us, Scott Raze, CEO of Allen Smith Pools, and Jeff Smith, the company's president. Today, we'll be discussing some of the most common questions residents, landlords, and associations have when considering a pool remodel. Scott and Jeff, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us, James.
Let's dive right in. Will you be working on my pool every day? A lot of times, a project starts, they see a lot of work going on, and then there'll be pauses where they don't see any work going on. Can either of you touch a little bit on this answer and maybe give us a little bit of behind the scenes of what is going on, why work happens, and sometimes it doesn't happen with scheduling?
Well, the short answer is no, there won't be someone there every single day. Could, if you had the same crew just stayed there and did the whole project. The problem with that would be is you're not really going to find somebody who can demo a pool, tile a pool, and plaster a pool and have that skill set to be able to do all of them effectively. When we work on a pool, the way we're set up is we have specialized crews. We have crews that love to do demolition work and they're really good at it, and that's all they want to do, and they're very detailed with their demolition. We have crews that are very good at laying tile, also very detail oriented, and we have crews that just plaster pools every day. It's trades that take years to get good at. So if we were there to be there every day, I don't know if we get the level of quality, because we'd have to have a type of employee that is a jack of all trades, master of none type situation. As far as more detail on how long it'll take, Scott can probably get into that, but we will have people working there frequently, but just not every day. You're going to have some gaps here and there between trades.
To answer that question, depending on the scope of the work, everybody wants to know how long is this going to take. And, you've got inspections, you have delays in trades. Sometimes things take longer, or during the remodel process, there's a change order that comes up that no one anticipated. That can add time to the project. And then other crews that were scheduled to be in during that time get bumped and have to be rescheduled. So in the remodel market, it's a guessing game on a lot of things. A lot of things are known, but there's a lot of things that we can't see. So we can only control what we can see. We can give you a timeline, and then the timelines are modified depending on what we encounter. Could be weather. We could have rain. We could have excessive winds. We could have, during the COVID, we had material shortage problems to where it was hard to get inventory. And that caused delays, unfortunately. We want the projects to go as fast as possible. One, it makes a happier customer, but it also becomes more profitable for us. We're motivated to finish a job on time, on schedule, on budget. We're not a company that wants to intentionally delay something. We do everything we can do to expedite the schedule, or to at least provide a schedule the customer can review, and then it's modified as necessary as the work progresses.
And that ties in, the scheduling ties into having those in-house crews that does allow us to stack these trades on top of each other to have minimal downtime between phases. So having our own crews does give us that benefit there.
Also, many times we have inspections depending between phases as well. So you have to get the job to a certain point, and then you call for an inspection. And some of the cities can be out the next day. Sometimes they give you 2-hour windows. Sometimes they tell you they'll be between 8 and 5. Sometimes it could take 7 days to get an inspection scheduled. So, but we have to get it ready before we call. That can also cause delays.
And I think we're on the same team with the customer. Like, we want this thing done, like Scott was saying, as soon as possible. It's better for us. I mean, frankly, our progress payment schedules are tied to our completions of phases. So we're very motivated to finish this in a timely manner.
So thanks again, Jeff and Scott. Thanks for listening for our listeners to the Pool Remodel Pros podcast. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to subscribe for more insights on pool remodeling. See you next time.